Guys, if you are from Angola, Australia, Botswana, Brunei, Bulgaria, Canada, Guyana, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia, Uganda, and Zambia, please watch this video to the end because the government has included you guys in a new law. Interesting. Or if you know anybody from any of these countries living in the UK, they should come and listen. Stay tuned. Stop that. So the UK government has just announced a plan on how they are going to speed up the deportation of foreign nationals that commit crimes in the UK. I honestly don't know how I feel about this, but here are the details. So at the moment, okay, if somebody commits a crime and they are originally not from the UK, they are from, let's say, anywhere in Africa or anywhere else, okay, sometimes the UK government will try to deport them, okay, but it's not straightforward like that. Right. Even sometimes after they've been told to leave by the UK government, the people will now have to appeal the decision, and this appeal will have to go to court. There's back and forth, there's delay and all of that. Right. Now, the government is saying that, or they are thinking that some people are now trying to use this appeal thing to delay their whole process. And there are several examples, okay? There are several examples of foreign nationals living in the UK that have committed offenses, and let's say the government asks them to leave, and they will say that they send the government to court to appeal the, that particular decision or deportation, and there's back and forth. And some of them have stayed in the UK back and forth appealing for over 20 years. So just last month, there was a case of a Zambian man, okay, who has been fighting deportation for over 25 years now, using the same system. Like I mentioned, he will appeal to the court against the deportation order, they'll reschedule, it will be adjourned, all the court stuff, right? And he's been doing this for over 25 years and he's still been living in the UK. This was from 1998 when I was just about 5 years old, and this man has been doing this. So now the Home Secretary is saying that, nah, you guys are exploiting the system so much. So now all of you, once you are sentenced or once you are found guilty, we don't even want you to go home. All these people from these 23 countries, and I have a very strong feeling more countries will be added later. Go home and join the court session from a video link. So already there's a system called Deport now, appeal later, okay, but it only applies to about 8 countries. These countries are Albania, Belize, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Estonia, Finland, Kosovo, Mauritius, Nigeria, and Tanzania. It only applies to these countries. So basically what this means is that for these people, if let's say you commit an offense, okay, and then you lose a human rights claim, let's say you go to the court and then you lose a human rights claim, you can't be deported immediately to your home country. If you are from any of the 8 countries that I mentioned, you could actually be deported immediately. And then you can now appeal later from your home country. So you appeal from your home country on a Zoom call or Google Meet call or Skype or WhatsApp video or whatever from your home country. It's called Deport now, appeal later, but it only applies to people from these 8 countries. But that is about to change. Now the government is expanding these 8 countries to up to 23, and the new countries are what I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and I'll leave the names of these countries on the screen, but I'll go over again. These countries are Angola, Australia, Botswana, Brunei, Bulgaria, Canada, Guyana, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia, Uganda, and Zambia. So if someone is from any of these countries and then you commit an offense in the UK, right, and you lose your human rights claim, that means you're going to be sent home even before your appeal is heard.
This is how much I made as a Band 5 emergency department nurse in the UK in the month of December 2024. Mind you, I worked on Christmas Day. I did 6 hours on Christmas Day. I did 6 hours on the 26th. I did 4 night shifts in the month of December. And basically, averagely, I worked 3 days each week in the month of December. And each shift is about 12 hours. So just do the multiplication and see the number of hours I worked in the month of December to end this. In the same month of December, I was able to film 1 video for my YouTube channel, and this is how much YouTube paid me for the month of December. It took me just about 3 or 4 hours to film that video. You see why, regardless of what you do in life, you should have a side hustle. The issue for me is that with nursing, if I don't go to work, I won't get paid. However, with YouTube, although this video did not get many views, I still earned from my old videos. If you're looking to start a YouTube channel, I have over 180,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for a while now, and now I know the tips, I know the tricks, and I have a guide to help you through your YouTube journey. So if you're looking to have a side hustle, especially a YouTube channel, and you need some guide, DM you a link to my YouTube online course that you can access. And the amazing thing is that this course is on sale for this month, okay? And on this course, I feature the great YouTubers, and I'll DM you a link to access my YouTube online course to start your YouTube journey now.
Now, there's something also more dramatic that has been added that I don't know if this is good or bad. So the Ministry of Justice is also planning to launch this new thing where people will be deported immediately their sentence without serving no prison time in the UK. No prison time in the UK. You'll be deported immediately, because you know that the prisons in the UK now, they've been making so much noise about it, that they are overpopulated. They don't have funds to take care of these people, right? So basically, if all of these criminals are going on there, it's costing the government money. So now, right after your sentence, you'll be deported immediately to your country. If you commit a crime, you can actually be deported after spending 50% of your sentence in the UK. Now, they are planning to reduce this to 30%, and they are hoping to now reduce it to 0%. Okay, so now it's 50%. From in some few weeks' time, they are hoping to drop this to 30%. So you're sentenced to, let's say, 10 years imprisonment in the UK. You spend 3 years in the UK, you are deported. Now, these 3 years, they're even dropping it to 0. So immediately you are sentenced after committing certain crimes. Now you are going to be deported. What do you think, guys? But now they are saying that this will not apply to life sentences, and this will not apply to crimes of national security, but it would apply to most other crimes. If you are deported under these circumstances and then you are deported, you will never be allowed to come back to the UK. You'll be banned permanently from entering the UK. But not everybody agrees with this, and this is where I want your opinion as well. So the former Justice Secretary, Mr. Alex Chalk, says that this could actually be good news for some criminals. Yeah. And I understand what this man means, because I watched an interview of a Ghanaian guy. He's now passed, he's late. I watched an interview with him, and in the interview, he said he was caught doing drugs in America. Okay, so he was a Ghanaian who went to America at a very young age, and then he got into, bad company, and he started doing drugs and dealing drugs. Okay, and one day I think he was snitched on, and then he was arrested. He says when he was in a US prison, he was fighting to be deported to Ghana, because he knew that once he is deported, at least in Ghana he'll get his freedom and he can still work and life goes on. It's not like Ghana is hell. So he was actually fighting to be deported so that he doesn't spend any or less time in an American prison, right? Now, this former Justice Secretary, Alex Chalk, is thinking along those lines that if you are saying that now, if a foreign national commits a crime and you sentence the person, if it is not a life sentence or if it is not relating to a national security issue, you are actually going to deport the person immediately to their home country without this person spending any sentence or any prison time in the UK. Unlike now that you spend 50%, right, of your time, now they are saying you don't even have to spend any time or do any time in the UK prison. You are going to your home country. They are saying that this could actually attract criminals, because they are going to say that after all, if I'm arrested, all I have to do is I'll be deported back to my home country and I don't even care. I'll go back home anyways. So it's like the deportation is there, and they are saying that it's not enough, because imagine one of the news articles, the example they gave is, imagine a rapist, okay, and this person is sentenced and the person is deported back to their home country, and the next moment they are doing TikTok videos in their home country. It's like they're having fun. And imagine what the victim is going to feel if they see this person on TikTok living life in their home country. You should let the person be punished in the UK. At this moment, I think the UK, they so want to get rid of people that they don't care how they do it. It's like, you are sending a criminal, but most of these, I don't want to say, because there are some countries where the criminal system is not as strong like the UK, and these people can actually get away with it if they are deported. There are people are not going to say they are sentencing them to their prison, because obviously they did not commit those crimes there, and some people can actually even pay their way through and be released early in certain countries. You understand? Now, the government is also saying that this is going to save them money from spending so much on these criminals in the prison. This is also going to speed up justice, and then this is also going to protect the public, because remember, the person is exiting the country for good, for life. But what do you think? Is this a good idea? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want details about it, I'll leave a link for you to read about it in the description. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye.